All right, there's a little screenshot video about Chicago citations and the specific things that have to go in a Chicago citation. This is this is the page in a Purdue online writing lab that comes up when you click on the link in course units. And as you go down, you will see Chicago Manual of Style. That's what this is all about. Here is a cite your source automatically in Chicago style generator using citation machine. I've messed around with it a little bit. It sort of works. You can use it if you want, but I think you might have better luck if you just go ahead and try and figure out what exactly it wants you to do. So what exactly Chicago wants you to do. So over here on the side, you see a whole bunch of different pieces of evidence, different kinds of things that you might cite in Chicago. And so we're going to go to periodicals because I want you guys to use JSTOR to find use periodicals to use JSTOR to find your secondary source to give context for that primary source that I want you to interpret. As you go down on periodicals, you'll see journals, and if you keep going, you'll see electronic journals, and if you keep, don't have to go that much farther, electronic journals, that's what it's calling JSTOR. So here is a notation citation for a JSTOR article. You've got the author, you've got the title of the article, you've got the title of the journal, you've got the volume number, you've got the issue number, you've got the year, the page, when you personally looked at it, and then the stable URL. That information can be found if you click on the download PDF version of the JSTOR article. All that information is found on the first page of that PDF. So I kind of recommend you go to the PDF to read your articles. Also, that way you have a full text version of it. You can go back and forth and you can scroll up and down. It's a little bit easier to deal with. So for the most part, you're going to be using JSTOR articles. I did put a link to an online text, a free textbook. If you want to use that, you're going to use the book. You can just go ahead and use the book by one author title. I believe our textbook that I linked to only has one author. And here we're talking about first name, last name, title of book, place of publication, publisher, year of publication, and page number. That information can be found in the first couple pages of the book. And if you have any questions about where that information is located, send me an email. Let's go ahead and also, here's a third thing you might want to use, web sources. So when I tell you to find a primary source, I want you to just use Google, go online and try and find a primary source. And when you find a primary source online, you're going to use the first name and last name of the creator of the primary source, the title of that primary source as it's listed on the web page, publishing organization, publication date, or access date, which is probably what you're going to use, and then the URL of the page where you found it. So I'm going to open a new screen. We're going to type in New Deal primary source. You can't see it, but just trust me, that's what I'm typing. All right, New Deal primary source. That brings up a whole bunch of sites that have primary sources on the New Deal. We're going to just click on this first one. And the name of this website is the Digital Public Library of America. So that's the name of the website where you found it. That's like the third thing listed in that Chicago citation. As you scroll down, there's a whole bunch of primary sources. We have Roosevelt's first fireside chat. Let's look at this one. A response from a listener to that first fireside chat. Okay, so here is the title of the page. You would put that in the second spot. The author, show full description. The author of this is J.F. Bando, so you have that. And here you have primary source that talks about how this individual responded to the fireside chat, And actually, he responded exactly how Roosevelt wanted him to respond, or hoped that he would respond. Needless to say, such forceful, direct, and honest action commands the respects of all Americans. My humble and sincere gratitude to a great leader. So, the fireside chat was supposed to reassure Americans, and here we have an American who is indeed reassured by the fireside chat. Whoa, that was kind of fun. What did I just do? Oops, I keep doing that. All right, sorry. So anyway, so that's a way to find a fireside chat find a primary source, and on the page is all the information you need to create the Chicago citation. And then when you get done, you just go ahead and you can just copy and paste the web address as the URL, because that's going to work for these primary sources. It doesn't work as well for the JSTOR because it adds in a whole bunch of search criteria. I'm going to end this video. I hope it was a little bit helpful. Chicago citation can be tricky. You only need to cite a couple things for your primary source interpretation. If you have questions, by all means, post in the forums so that everybody can see them, and I'll answer them as best I can. All right.